The Scottish Shindig with Derek Hamilton. Derek Hamilton.
Well, good evening once again and welcome to the Scottish Shindig here on Radio GH. We've got loads of great music for you, and I'm glad to see that there's folk back from McMurray According Club. So Gordon Young has done us well tonight and allowed folk away to get to the programme. Excellent stuff, Gordon, well done. And I understand that Ewan Galloway is heading to Dumfries. He's taking his box down to get a wee bit of work done on it, and he won't be listening to the programme. Well, he might be listening a bit to the programme live, no doubt, on his way down if he's got reception. And we'll just say bon voyage, Ewan, and I hope you drive safely, get there safely, and give our regards to John Douglas when you see him, would you please? Thank you very much. Right, loads of music, loads of requests, and it's there's 25 messages in straight away. You know, I haven't even had time to have a look at them, haven't even had time to switch on the video camera, but I'll do that now and say hello once again. And we're going to go to Canada for the first track, and it's Don Bartlett and the Scotians, and here they are, and they're going to play for us. Bartlett and the Scotians there, all the way from Canada, and that was a good opening to the programme. So let's continue and let's have Andrew Rankin. Who else? And here's Andrew Rankin to take you on a wee trip to Bavaria. of course, was Andrew Rankin, but he wasn't taking you on a trip to Bavaria. No, no. He was playing Bratach Bana. Yes, so he was. I got it wrong, but there you are. We're allowed wee mistakes when you get to my age. Allowed a lot of mistakes when you get to my age, and you'll get them all tonight. No doubt at all. Right, loads of folk tuned in, as you see by the messages that are coming up on the screen. Loads of folk tuned in saying hello to everybody else that's listening. Right, so we're going to go, if I can get my phone warmed up here to see the list. Yes, right, okay. I've got to go somewhere else at the moment because I'm going to play a request for George Mackay. George Mackay has he's asked for a request for his wife Peggy, and he's asked for Willie State memories of Willie Smith. Whose teeth are these? Memories of Willie Snaith, and he's asked for Frank Morrison to play it. Well, here is Frank, accompanied by his dear wife, or actually it's his dear wife, Elizabeth, that's playing it, and Frank is accompanying, and here is Memories of Willie Snaith, especially for George Mackay's wife, Peggy. That indeed was, it was Elizabeth Morrison, accompanied by husband Frank, and they were playing, especially for George Mackay and his wife Peggy, that was Memories of Willie Snaith, which of course was a Jimmy Shan composition. And Willie Snaith was a friend from the north of England. Yes, right, what we got next? We've got, let me see what we got. We have... we're going to have a wee sing-song. Yes, that's what we're going to have. And we're going to have Graham Mackay on the turntable to help out with the sing-song. So, Donald, if you're home from Macmary, no doubt you're in good singing voice because I heard you were singing this afternoon. So, here you go. Here's Graham Mackay to play one or two songs for a sing-along. Here we go. Come on, sing up. Oh, aye, I'm sure you were singing at Linty's there. Three good oldies there for a wee sing-song. So that's got your throats warmed up, and you can probably cheer the next one, yes, because we're going to have a Circassian Circle. And this comes as a request from Cyril Thompson, purely for himself. Quite right. Yes, Cyril, I hope you're doing well up there in Ochterardar, and that you've now kind of got fully over your major operation, and you're feeling a little better. Good. So, you've asked for Graham Mitchell playing the Circassian Circle. So here, especially for you, Cyril, is the Circassian Circle. Yes, warranted applause for the one and only Graham Mitchell Band there, and that was it was actually the music. The original music wasn't the Circassian Circle, but it was the dance, the Circassian Circle. So I hope you enjoyed that, and thanks to Susan, I have to say right at the outset, for ticking these off for me and putting them up for me and keeping me right. That's great, Susan. Thanks very much. I take it that I don't know whether you've still got Ewan with you or not. I take it he's leaving his box with you for you to take into John tomorrow, I guess. Great stuff. Anyway, you can you're doing a great job keeping things right for me. Can I just give a shout when we're in Dumfries anyway, or talking about Dumfries? Let me put the camera on. Yes, and you'll excuse me looking away from the camera because I'm going to read an email that's come in from John Caskey, and this let's see where it says. Yes. Oh yeah, Kirton Old Time Dance Group. here we are. Here's a wee email, and John says, "Hi folks," that's us of course, and that's everybody. "I'm pleased to confirm that Kirkton Old Time Dance Group will resume their dance classes on Thursday, the 3rd of February at 7:30 in Kirkton Hall. Due to ongoing COVID mitigations, we will adhere to the following as part of the evening dancing. Face coverings to be worn on arrival and departure. Hand washing, sanitising during the evening is encouraged. LFTs encouraged before attending. So get your JAGs or get your test done. Names being taken for track and trace purposes. That will be done at the door as you go in. And dancers are asked not to attend if you're showing COVID symptoms. And that's all very wise stuff there from John. And it says drinks will not be provided in the interim, wherever that is. I think that's out the back, isn't it? Mm-hmm. The interim. Mm-hmm. Drinks will not be provided in the interim. Dancers are asked to bring their own drinks for the time being. Please share the word that we are back, and I look forward to seeing everyone on Thursday the 3rd of February. For your interest, he's also attached a poster, which if I was Ewan, I would be sticking it up. But since I'm not Ewan, I don't know how to do that because it's on another computer. And anyway, I've given you the information. Thursday the 3rd of February, and it's the poster is for Dumfries Accordion and Fiddle Club, and they will meet. And you'll hear you'll not hear this later because it's only the last week in January we've got club news for. They're going to meet on Tuesday, the 1st of February, for a club night. So, and that's now across in the Crichton Golf Club. As I remember it. Yes. So that's Dumfries Accordion Club on the 1st of February, and of course the dancing at Kirkton on the 3rd of February. Right, that's you suitably informed on that one, and I'm going to go to another request here. I'm going to mention Spootus Scary. Yes, the tune, Spootus Scary. And this comes from Ewan himself, and quite rightly, because it's to celebrate Martin, his brother's birthday, which is the same day as Robbie Burns, only a few years later. Yes, I don't think it's actually the same day as Robbie Burns. But it's probably quite a few years later, actually. But anyway, it's the 25th of January, and that's Martin Galloway's birthday. And Ewan has asked us to play from the Sunday Class CD for Martin's birthday, the tune Spootus Scary. The dance, actually, it comes from is The Flitting of Lorne, played by James Lindsay. And it's... it doesn't want to go in the player for some reason. Oh, there it is. Yes, it's gone now. Right. It's The Flitting of Lorne is the name of the dance, and it comes from all the family to Martin for his birthday on Tuesday the 25th. And Ewan says, I'll find the track name when I get up. You're not up yet? You haven't found the track name for me. I had to find it for myself. Anyway, here is James Lindsay to play Spootus Scary, the first tune, and it's The Flitting of Lorne that's the dance. So let's see you on the floor in four couple sets. Actually, it's no Spootus Scary at all. It's far from home. Well, that was that was James Lindsay and his band, that's for sure. And the dance was the Flitting of Lorne. These are two facts. Now, Ewan Galloway says that that is Spootiskerry, but it definitely isn't. You're wrong, pal. Definitely. It was Far From Home that was the first tune there. I'll have to go and look for Spootiskerry because that's annoying me now. But anyway, it was Spootiskerry. Yes, Iris Sanderson says it was Spootiskerry on steroids. Yeah, you're right, Iris. How right you are. However, it was a good track, and I liked the wee piano bit, the wee kind of offbeat jazzy piano bit. Excellent. Anyway, happy birthday, Martin. After all of that, happy birthday, and I hope you have a great day on Tuesday. And don't eat too much haggis, because everybody else is having haggis for your birthday. Haggis, neeps and tatties for your birthday. Which brings me on to the subject of Tuesday. But before I do, can I give a shout out for Alan Gifford for the Shetland Club. Alan is actually in Glasgow today, and he took, I think, I'm not too sure if he took part in the march, but there was a march for Celtic Connections, and the Shetland folks with their torches and so forth marched through the streets of Glasgow this after, I think it was today, or maybe even last night, can't remember. It would be last night, I suppose, because it was dark, so it must have been last night. I saw a wee bit in the news. Maybe it was tonight, I don't know. But anyway, Alan is in Glasgow, and he asked me to give a wee shout out for the Accordion Club, which will take place. And it's a band night. They're inviting all the bands to come along, all the local bands to come along, and to take part as best they can. And let's see. Let's see what I'm doing here. I'm looking for Alan Gifford. There he is. There's Alan, and he. Yes, where are we? I'll read Alan's message. Hope you're well. Yes, reasonably so. A couple of weeks ago, Pia got... better not read that bit. No. And I corrected it, yes. That means she got it wrong, so I corrected it. Just in case it's wrong tonight, could I ask you that you confirm we're up and running on Thursday the 27th with a special band night with the local bands, all asked to come along and play. It's actually an attempt to copy our normal pre-up Helia night. When all the visiting musicians come along for a tune. I won't be able to listen in live tonight in Glasgow, along with the 30 Vikings in connection with Celtic Connections and the Shetland concerts. Not to mention a parade last night. I should have read the email properly, with blazing torches. I saw it in the telly, from the Merchant City to the concert hall. Excellent stuff, Alan. Yes, indeed. And everybody up in Shetland, We expect to see you at the Accordion Club on the 27th, and it's a special band night, and hopefully you'll get a big crowd there because things are beginning to move again. It's wonderful. Excellent. Great stuff. So enjoy the Shetland Accordion Club on the 27th. And incidentally, Alan, Pia got it right this week. You'll hear the news later. Yeah, she did get it right. Anyway, here we go. Let me get back to my requests. And there we are. Susan is keeping me right. Let me just... Ewan sent a photo. The flitting of Sputus Scary Burns. That's no Sputus Scary, that tune. Anyway, I'm not going to argue about it. I thought it was far from him. I might be wrong. I thought Sputus Scary was tom tom, and it doesn't go to the minor. Anyway, not to worry. We'll sort that out in due course. Let's play some more music. For goodness sake, get the music. Well, I should have more requests here as well. Loads of them. Let's have a wee look and see what we've got. We've got a request in... No. Can you get rid of him now? He's keeping turning up. Right, oh yes, what I was going to say was, since we were talking a wee bit earlier about... I can't mind what we're talking about now, it's so long ago, but I was going to follow on and make a lot of sense out of the thing. Now it's totally nonsensical, but I was going to follow on with a Burns selection, or a couple of Burns selections, because that's what we were talking about. We're talking about the birthdays. Yes, so here's a Burns selection. There's a couple of selections here back to back that I'm going to play, and I'll also incorporate a wee message from Elizabeth Bolton and Dunbar. You're obviously home from McMurray as well, so that's good. Gordon got it finished reasonably in reasonable time. Good. Hi Derek, it's as it's Burns Day shortly, can you play... Well, you've asked for Max Hulison's Burns matches. Actually, I had the programme sort of made up beforehand. I tried to get the bare bones of the programme made up early on, and I actually had my own version in, but you've asked for it anyway if I couldn't find Max's version. So if you can't find it, David says the one you recorded yourself. So here's second best. It's my version of the Burns marches, and it'll be immediately followed by a set of Burns waltzes. So this is the wee Burns spot that we've gone into because Burns Night is on Tuesday. You might get a bit more on Wednesday on the Daily Cayley. We'll see what we can do with some Burns stuff on Wednesday. In the meantime, here's some Burns marches followed by some Burns waltzes.
music in the evening.
Oh dear, the player has refused to play. Good grief, what has happened? I ask myself, there should have been a set of waltzes coming on, and it hasn't happened. Let's see if we can get it on the other player. Here we go. Yes, well, that was two tracks back to back there for the Burns celebrations on Tuesday, and they both came from my own album, the what's it called? Nae Hashin' and Bashin'. Yes, it was a set of Burns marches, which was the Max Hullison arrangement, incidentally, and also a set of Burns waltzes. I think I better get out of Burns mode. Let's see what we can do to get out of Burns mode. Flick the fingers. Yeah, back in the studio. There we go. Right. What have we got next? Let's see. Yes, we have one or two listeners on the continent, and I noticed messages coming in, wee message coming in from, I'm assuming, I should say I'm assuming that it's actually Norway that has sent somebody from Norway has sent in a message, and unfortunately, see, it was earlier than what's now showing on my screen, and I can't remember. He's a regular listener, and I just cannot remember his name. It's a Norwegian. I'm sure it's a Norwegian name, but hopefully he'll enjoy this next track, as I hope all you will. It's actually Ian Holmes, and he's going to play. Let's see, what's he going to play? He's going to play a Norwegian polka. Yes, a Scandinavian polka. Here we go. Ian Holmes. Ian Holmes and a wee Scandinavian polka, which came from his album, I think, Ideal Homes, if I remember rightly. I don't have it in front of me, but I think that's where it came from. Anyway, it was Ian Holmes and his band with a Scandinavian polka. Next up is a request from the one and only Wee Annie up there in Shetland. Wee Annie has asked for Peter Woods to play the MTB Waltz, and she says it's track 3, Into the Light CD, for all the Radio GH family tuned in. OK, Annie, here you are. Here's Peter Wood for you and everybody else. Peter Woods and his Shetland band, and that came from his album Into the Light. And it started off with the MTB Waltz. Right, yes, the gentleman from, I hope, Norway but correct me if I'm wrong, Salvor. It's Salvor Haugen. And he's that was what the track before with Ian Holmes was for. It was a wee Scandinavian I chose because Sweden, Norway, Finland, Scandinavian, yes, it could be any of these. But anyway, Salvor, it's great to have you on board, and I noticed that you're there virtually every week, which is great. I'm glad you tune in. Right, what's up next? Let's have a wee look and see. Hi, Derek and Susan. If you're back from your travels. Who was travelling? She was drunk. She wasn't travelling. She was neuterised. Anyway, can we get the track of the? You always ask me to pronounce track or say tracks that are difficult to say. This comes from the Dandy Dancers. The Dandy Dancers up there in Aberdeen. Great dancers. I mean, you go to dance and Sheila and Billy are up in the flare first. Great stuff. But she always asks me to pronounce things that I've difficulty pronouncing. Here it goes. Can we get the track for the inimitable? How did I do? Inimitable Derek, especially for yourself. We love all you do for us Radio GH listeners. Oh, that's very kind. And I mean, there's a whole team here gets involved in Radio GH. All these presenters that give me programmes to put up, and it's wonderful. Thanks for the thanks from Sheila and Billy in a very sunny Granite City. Well, I'm delighted to hear that as well. And you even give me the track number and the CD it comes from, and the dance is the Woody Woodpecker. Well, there you are. That's great. So for Sheila and Billy, here is the inimitable Derek. Here it is. Colin Dewar and his band there with the inimitable Derek. See, I've been practising that. Inimitable Derek. And that was for Sheila and Billy, the Dandy Dancers, up there in Aberdeen. In a sunny Aberdeen. Well, it was earlier on anyway. That's good to know. Right, next up is this.
The Box and Fiddle News with Pia Walker.
Hello everybody. I hope you're enjoying the music today, and of course Derek's and Ewan's banter. Keep it up, gentlemen. We definitely need it. As I'm recording this from sunny Cooper, I see snowdrops peeking up from the ground today. And that's just such a wonderful sign that we're moving towards better times. It really gives you a spring in the step. So what's on offer club-wise this last week of a very trying January? But some clubs are meeting, and hopefully February will see many more return. There's a list of clubs in the February magazine. The magazine is at the printers right now, so should be with you at the beginning of February. And it's just so great to be back working again. Thank you for all the kind messages sent to me. It really bolsters the spirit. This is the week of the haggis eating season, so happy Burns Night to you all when it comes. What clubs are meeting this week? I would still advise you to check before you travel, as things change really rapidly, and some of these clubs may not have notified me that they're closed. In Englandshire, Sakehill meets on the 25th in Cramlington, and Glendale in Wooler is visited by Marian Anderson Trio on the 27th. Also on the 27th, Shetland is doing a Shetland Dance Band special. And Clappy-Doo Trio are in the Hidden Tune in Haddington Bowling Club on the 30th. And remember, their meeting starts at 2 p.m. On the 31st, which is the last day of the month, Newton Grange is hosting a club night. That's all for now, guys. Thank you very much. Hopefully hear from me next week. Bye.
And thanks to Pia for the club news for the next week. Excellent stuff, thank you. And I should add that anybody wants to come in with club news that's not appeared on the club news spot, then please do so, and we'll try and include it in the programme. Right, next request up. Joanne Renton has asked for a Declan Ainger track. Declan's very popular in the programme here. I actually had a long conversation with him the other night, and we did a wee collaboration thing, which was quite nice, and I'll maybe let you hear it sometime. Anyway, it's Declan Ainger is asked for by Joanne Renton, and she's asked for a particular number. However, I haven't been able... Well, the strange thing is I found a track called what you called it, One-Eyed Riley. But it actually was Riley's daughter, the track. So I don't know whether it was wrongly named, and I haven't had the chance to speak to Declan again and ask him. But anyway, I had in the programme, Joanne, I had a Declan Ainger track, and here it is for you and for everybody else. It's Declan with Irish Saturday Nights.
The Emerald Isle, there's people of all ages dancing in the latest style. They're going out and having fun, enjoying a new life. Social dancing is the thing to do on Irish Saturday night. I love to hear the old songs, they mean so much to me. They bring back happy memories of how things used to be. Country hits of yesteryear, they are my heart's delight. And swinging to old showband songs on Irish Saturday night. Oh, we'll dance quick steps and waltzes and jive around the floor. When the band tells us their time is done, we'll make them play one more. I'll swing an Irish dancing girl to the left and to the right. These are the things I love to do on Irish Saturday night. I know a Tipperary man, Cashel is his home. He's nearly 60 years of age and he's living all alone. He works the land the whole week long, you'll never see him frown, for his cares and worries disappear when Saturday comes around. Now when the dance is over, people are all gone, the bands and singers pack their gear and start their journey home. We shake their hands and wish them luck as we wave our goodbyes, and long for when they return again to us next Saturday night. Oh, we dance quick steps and waltzes and jive around the floor. When the band tells us their time is done, we'll make them play one more. I'll swing an Irish dancing girl to the left and to the right. These are the things I love to do an Irish Saturday night. Oh, we dance quick steps and waltzes and jive around the floor. When the band tells us their time is done, we'll make them play one more. I'll swing an Irish dancing girl to the left and to the right. These are the things I love to do an Irish Saturday night. These are the things I love to do an Irish Saturday night.
Haha, that was, yes, give credit to the video company that produced that. Yes, Dolphin Video. I did speak to Declan to make sure I could use these tracks. Anyway, that's fine. Stephen Hughes tells me that the one-eyed Riley is actually Riley's daughter. I had a feeling that it had more than one name, but anyway, that wee track there I thought was a nice wee quick step for anybody who wanted a quick step, and it was especially for Joanne Renton. So, good. Glad you enjoyed it, Joanne. Right, let's have a look and see what's next. Hello, Derek and fellow Shindiggers. Hope you are all well from the gruesome twosome. That's Bill and Marie. Yes, Bill and Marie. Hopefully we're all reasonably well anyway. Got our problems, but we're reasonably well, you know. Everybody's got their problems, but nobody wants to hear them. Right, okay, fine. Just back from McMurray, you say, a full house and an amazing amount of musicians. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. That's great. Gordon Young and Ewan Galloway were working very hard. The last we seen of Ewan was doing a runner with a couple of pies. Well, that figures. That does figure. He'd been munching them on the way down to Dumfries in the car. Derek, could you please play any track by Rob Gordon? Many thanks. Right, yes, we'll play a track by Rob Gordon. I've got Rob Gordon here, and he's going to play a reel the sailor. So this is especially for the gruesome twosome. That's Bill and Marie, and I hope you're both doing well and keeping well, and looking forward to getting back to some sort of normality. Well, you were back to some sort of normality today, and no doubt there was a beaming face in the audience, and that would be Marie. She would be smiling away as she always does. Great. I'm glad you're getting around and getting back to the clubs, and it'll not be long before you're getting back to the bowling, Marie, I'm sure. Right, here we go. Here's the sailor. So if you want to dance, 4 couples in a set, form up, and remember you're allowed to go back to dancing now. So here's the Sailor by Rob Gordon for the gruesome twosome. And that was Rob Gordon and his band, and that was a special request, especially for the gruesome twosome just back a while ago from McMurray Accordion Club. Great to have you on board, folks. Thanks very much for listening, and enjoy the rest of your week and whatever you're doing. Right. I noticed a few comments about the track I played of The Inimitable Derek by Colin Dewar. If I can add my tuppence worth, Colin and I played together for, a good number of years in the George Fleming band. At that time I was playing drums and Colin was playing lead box essentially. Ian Muir was in second box. And all I can say to add to the discussion that's taking place is that, and I'm on record as saying this before, I would back Colin Dewar against anybody in the world for playing Scottish dance music. His tempos are perfect, absolutely perfect. And if you look up what the RSCDS demands from tempo-wise, they give you in minutes and seconds and all the rest of it for 32 bars and for 16 bars and for what you know. And if you convert that into tempo, the tempo for a reel is either 113 beats per minute or 226, depending on which program you're using. But and the tempo for a jig in 6/8 time is 169, as recommended, dictated by the RSCDS. And I can tell you, when Colin Dewar starts a dance, he never moves in tempo. It's almost as if he's got a metronome built into his mind. As I say, I would back him for tempos against anybody else in the world. That's my tuppence worth, my rant for today, and I hope, I do sympathise with Ian. Ian McRobert, I do sympathise totally with you, because you get this all the time. Too fast, it's too fast, you're playing too fast. No, you're dancing too slow, pal. Anyway, I played country dance. I played for country dancing for 35 years, and you could never please anybody. Sorry, that's not true. You could please a lot of folk, but you couldn't please everybody all the time. And it's true of most things. You can't please everybody all the time. But one of my favourite stories about country dancing, and kind of epitomises the situation, was we were playing in the Grand Hall Kilmarnock, and it came to half time, and we all had our tartan jackets and our blue bow ties, blue shirts, pale blue shirts, blue bow ties, tartan jackets, all the same. We were all. It was a good-looking band, light dark blue trousers, and I came off the stage and was walking across the floor when a dancer approached me and says, "Excuse me, could you get me a drink, please?" She thought I was for the bar, and I'd been sitting on the stage all night. But anyway, that's another story. Right, we shall move on. Hilda Brown has put in a request, and Hilda says, "Can I please have Gordon Patullo, Northlands?" Well, here's another Scandinavian tune originally. I think, although Gordon Patullo plays it in tribute to Will Starr, but I was under the impression that the man that brought it into the country and played it first was Ian Holmes. But anyway, here's Gordon Patullo's tribute to Will Starr, and it's the Northlands. And again, that's not the Northlands, but it does say the Northlands here. I'll play the Northlands in a minute. Yes, well, that was not the Northlands. That was, it started off with the All Star Polka and it came into the last post at the end there. It came, it's maybe my fault, I don't know, but it came from the album The Northlands, and that was by Gordon Patullo. So I shall load up another track here by Gordon Patullo and hope it's the Northlands. Let's see. It is. Yes, that was the Northlands, and that was played by Gordon Patullo from his album called The Northlands, which was the thing that confused me because, I'm not going to make excuses. I got it wrong because I read The Northlands as the tune rather than the track because the way it was printed up on the screen. Anyway, you got it now, Hilda, and I'm glad you enjoyed that. Thanks very much for your forbearance. No forbearance, no forbearance. Mm-hmm. Yes. Right, that was the Northlands, as I say. Right, I wonder if you can tell who's coming up next.
Hi there, this is Bill Ewan. You're listening to the Scottish Shindig on Radio GH.
And Vida Brown, or Vida Brown, excuse me, says, Derek, any chance of Bill Ewan tune, please? Indeed there is. Here's Whistling Rufus. Yes, the Ivory Fingers of Bill Ewan, and that was asked for by Vida Brown. Vida, thanks very much for that, and I'm sure Bill will be grateful for the play. It comes from his album, the lockdown album that he did, and earned so much for charity for. Great stuff there, and well done, Bill. And every time I say Bill Ewan, he comes on.
Hi there, this is Bill Ewan. You're listening to the Scottish Shindig on Radio GH.
Yes, thank you, William. I hope you and Jean are keeping well and everything's going well for you. Right, next up, let's have a look and see. Oh yes, we're going away across to where are we going? We're going to BC. Yes, British Columbia in Canada, and we're going to go to Alan Barnett. Hello, Alan. Hope you're keeping well and keeping out the road of this flaming whatever. And I hope you haven't got too much. You'll not have too much snow across there in BC. It's further inland that you get the snow, isn't it? Anyway, here's your request. You've said, Derek, would it be possible to request Yasmin Sarah? Played and composed by Judy Nicholson, and Judy, of course, is a wonderful fiddle player. And here she is for you, Alan, and for everybody else, of course, to play Yasmin Sarah. Beautiful tune, composed and played by Judy Nicholson, especially for Alan Barnett across there in Canada. Yes, and the comments coming in about it. Yes, absolutely. First class, lovely, great intonation. She's a wonderful fiddler, and really, that was a lovely tune. Beautiful. Hairs on the back of the neck are standing on end here. Great stuff. Right, Susan's working well. She's keeping me up to date here. Whether I'm going to get them all in or not, I don't know, but we'll see. We'll do our best. In the meantime, can I just I played that track for Bill and Marie. Can I just say, folks, thanks very much. I'll be sending you a wee note. Ewan's just informed me. That was very, very kind of you. Thank you very much for that. And I'll get a reply out to you very shortly. Right, thanks again. What we got? Yes, we've got. That's thrown me off course here. I've got to look back and see where we're going. Yes, aye. Cecil Duncan. Cecil has asked for Nan Jack's two-step from Ernie Cowie, and it's from his album Plays For You. So here for Cecil is Nan Jack's two-step. If I can find it here, there we are. Nan Jack's two-step played by Ernie Cowie. Yes, the late Ernie Cowie, and that was Nan Jack's two-step, and that was especially for... Ah dear, where are we? Let's have a look at this. It was especially for Cecil Duncan, and a good wee two-step that, actually. I've, to be honest, I haven't heard that before. Nice wee tune, thoroughly enjoyed that. Thanks for asking for that, Cecil, and it was very kind of you to come in with a request, and I'm going to play something now, which is comes all the way from down under, and it's a wee continental piece, and is a French piece, I think. And as Ian Muir used to say, I would love to do a French piece. And he got his comeuppance one night when somebody came up, a wee lassie came up at the end of the thing and said, "I am from France. What would you like to do with me?" And he was totally embarrassed. So here, from down under, is John MacDonald, and he's going to play Barask.
Hello there, this is John MacDonald in Australia, and you're listening to some of the best Scottish music on the internet, right here on Radio GH with the one and only Derek Hamilton.
John MacDonald, all the way from Australia, originally, of course. I think from the Black Isle, but Glasgow for some time, I think. And John communicates with the programme regularly. I haven't seen any messages from him tonight, but hopefully he's back gigging. He's got to earn his keep, the man. But that was John MacDonald there with Brask. Right, let's get back to the Scottish stuff, or the Shetland stuff even. Let's get back to David Halcrony's band, and here's a set of reels. Yes, that was the David Halcrow Band with a set of reels played in the Shetland tradition. Nice tempo and very, very, very well played. Right, I notice Brenda Jones has mentioned Tynebruch, or Tinnebruch, Tinnebruch, as it's normally called, although in the song they tend to use the time. It's easier for the meter of the thing to say Tynebruch. Anyway, she says, just seen the name Tinnebruch and not sure of the spelling, but there is a lovely song about the place and would like to hear it someday. Yes, and it is actually... The song is officially called Home to the Kyles, and it was composed, the words were written by, I can't remember his name, but he comes from down there in the Kyles a bit, and the music was written by one of the guys that played in the Clydesiders, and they put it together, Home to the Kyles. Now, I have to confess, folks, I have been looking for it, and because I recorded it some time ago, and it was in a file, but I can't find it at the moment, so I'll put it off because I've just had a note from Mr. Ewing, Mr. Galloway rather, to say that he's gigging next Sunday. Could I possibly do the show? Well, of course I could possibly do the show, because I'm no gigging. Yeah, you can feel sorry for me. No, I just don't want to gig. It's simple as that. But anyway, yeah, I'll be on the show next Sunday. So between now and then, I shall find Home to the Kyles or Tinnebruch, whichever one you want to call it, because it is variously called Tinnebruch. But the official name is Home to the Kyles. I'll dig it out and I'll get it played for you. And we'll take it from there. But at the moment, I can't find it. I'll have to go through. Well, when you consider that I've got hard disks here that amounts to something like 60 terabytes. Terabytes. Now, the first computer that I had, the first PC I had 8 megabits. 8 kilobit of memory. 8 megabit, I do apologise, the smallest, 8 megabit. 8 gigabit would be, it's too many nothings on the end of it. Right, it's 800,000 million times what the memory was in the thing that I first started computing on. Anyway, that's the way progress has gone. Progress has gone magically forward or backwards or whatever way you care to think of it. Anyway, music time again. Here's Isla Grant with the old accordion man. No, John, you've already played that. You're not getting back on. You've already done it. But it would appear that Isla Grant doesn't want to come up. Here she is now. No, she's no. For some reason, that track doesn't want to play in the player. Hang on. It looks as though it's going to go in now. Let's see what happens here when we stick it on. But I've got a feeling, it might just want to play. Let's have a wee listen and see. Here it is. Great stuff.
Let me tell you a story of someone I know, someone that I met many years long ago. He's played music for many all over this land, and he's special to me, the old accordion man. He's played reels for the dancing, for young and for old. He's had stories to tell as his memories unfold. and he's traveled the road. And I now understand why he's special to me, the old accordion man. He'll play songs that will take you away back in time, like Maggie, Dark Island, and Mother of Mine. But of all the fine medleys and songs he can play, Dark Loch Nagard stays in my heart today. Many years have gone by, but I still hear the sound as he played on the stage with the band all around. And his music has grown as he's traveled the land. He's respected by all, the old accordion man. He'll play songs that will take you away back in time, like Maggie, Dark Island, Mother of Mine. But of all the fine medleys and songs he can play, Dark Loch Nagard stays in my heart today.
And that was The Old Accordion Man, which of course was sung by Isla Grant. Right, up next, Davy Stewart. Here's a barn dance. Davy Stewart on his own. From an album with him and Rab Smiley, but Rab wasn't in that track. It was Davy Stewart on his own playing a couple of band dances there, 2/4 for a band dance. I notice a message in from, let's see, where is it? Maureen Ritchie. She just says, worst reception ever on Radio GH tonight. Now, when you say on Radio GH, do you mean on Radio GH, or do you mean on Facebook, or do you mean on YouTube, or do you mean on Mixcloud? Because we go out on all four. Radio GH is the most reliable because that's sound only, and that's from the station direct itself. It doesn't go through anything else but our streaming supplier. And it should be perfect, and I've had a listen while that last track was on, and it's coming out perfectly here live. And I noticed that most other folk are saying it's great, it's fine. So, Marion, Maureen, I would suggest that it probably is your internet connection that's the problem. I would guess it's the internet connection that's the problem. It's certainly nothing at this end, and it's nothing in the intervening end, because I've got Facebook running on another computer, and it's perfect on it, perfect. And that's no like me just having it here. That's going out exactly the same as you're getting it, and it's everything's fine. So I would suggest that it probably is something to do with the internet connection in your part of the world. You should maybe check that out with your internet provider, whoever they are. Right. What else have we got here? Let's see if I've any more messages that I need to answer. I mentioned Brenda Jones and Tinnabruch, so I'll look at that. Yes, I was going to say, I did say that I'm on next Sunday. I'm also on Wednesday on the Daily Ceilidh, and I think Ewan will be on Thursday on the Daily Ceilidh. But I'll look out that Tinnabruch and get it for Home to the Kyles and get it played for you, Brenda, either on Wednesday or next Sunday. Let's see how it goes. Right, Andrew Leslie has sent us a message. Andrew says, any chance please back a Benahee, the real. Then you go on to say original. Andrew Leslie, now in Surrey, TY. Okay, Andrew, this is for you. It's the Back of Benahee, and it's played by the Wick Scottish Dance Band, led by, where are we? Let me get it up properly. Where is it? Have I got it? It was there a minute ago. I've lost it. Oh, there it is. Back of Benahee, from the album Northern Stars by the Wick Scottish Dance Band. Well, sadly, time is up. I do apologise for running as late again. I've only got a few seconds left to say thanks very much to everybody who took part, everybody who sent in requests, all the chat, all the blethering. I'll see you again on Wednesday lunchtime and next Sunday as well. Thanks very much to everybody, and thanks to Susan particularly for keeping me right. Thanks a lot, folks, and have a good week.